Oh, balls. Welcome back to Peeves. I know we took quite a bit of break and I'll hope to get back into it. Today, hopefully I'll be recording multiple episodes, that way I won't have to worry about not releasing episodes. Last time I tried to do the Bard episode on the Thursday, I believe, but when I did, the entire video was laggy and I really don't like the idea of releasing a video that's subpar. So, here it is. Bards. Now, in order to understand if Bards, mainly, are Bards good or are they bad? In order to first look at this, you have to look at the typical 4-member group. You've got your cleric/healer, who's the divine caster. You've got your warrior/tank and or DPS. Your expert, which is usually DPS or utility. And your mage, which is usually AoE. In order for a good party to work together, you need the balance. Otherwise, without a healer, your party dies way too quickly. Without a mage, your attacks become. You can't deal with large numbers of enemies very easily. Without your expert, you can't deal with traps or deal with a single enemy really quickly. Without the tank, you can't have somebody defending the mage or absorbing tons of the damage. So you got a problem there. Now, most people look at a bard as bad because it does not fit into any of those 4 groups. It's not a warrior, not by a long shot. It's got quite a bit of skill points and skills available. Thus, it could fall under the expert, but lacks the trap fighting ability or the DPS capability that most experts like. It's got a little bit of mage abilities, but these are mostly utility and don't actually allow for AoE abilities. They're all utility, thus you aren't allowed to damage. They've got a tad bit of healing, but very minuscule. Now, with this, most people would say a bard is bad. I would beg to differ. A bard is not bad, it just doesn't fit into the 4-party group. It is what's known as a 5th character. Now, you typically want the 4-party group, and if you can't, you want a hybrid to cover the 2 areas that you're missing. But a bard isn't good enough of a hybrid to even do that. So they fall into the 5th group. These guys alleviate what the other party members can do. He is vastly support, vastly utility, but with that, he absolutely sucks at combat. He cannot do combat. Sure, he has armor, but it's only light, only d6 hit die, no damage abilities as part of their class. I guess they have medium base attack bonus, but that was more of a balancing issue than anything else. The big thing to shine is their bardic music. Their bardic music allows them to buff their allies, give penalties to their enemies, and so on and so forth. A bard is a very good 5th character. With the 5th character, you can then have the utility needed. Well, don't need the utility, but allows the bard to use the utility that it had without a penalty. On the flip side, if you do not have a balanced group, do not pick a bard. You will fail spectacularly. For seeing how a bard is a jack of all trades, master of none. They typically can't cover any of the roles that have been cut out. And with that, if you don't have a balanced group and you try doing this, you will not work. Not. I need to stress this. But a Bard is a good character. Definitely one of the more fun classes to play. Typically they're played with the newer players who just want to have some fun and pizzazz. But I digress. Now, Bards. Good side? Got some healing, got arcane ability, got tons of skill points, have some armor, great for buffing. Downsides? Very minor, don't have much healing. The arcane abilities don't allow them to deal damage. Their armor is very weak and typically not worth it. Sorry, I had to complete derail of thought. I have no idea what I was going to say, thus I can't answer it. Problem with these, I have no script. I just sort of rant. But thank you for watching. I'll hopefully, now that I have this, I'll be able to do what's next? Paladins! And see if they're good or not.